I don't know. You are the anchor.
So much is happening in your party, the People's Democratic Party. One faction says we want to form an alliance with other political parties to be able to confront the APC in 2027. And then just a couple of days ago, governors on the platform of your party also came out with a different position, saying no, the PDP remains a strong and vibrant opposition and we are going to stay with the PDP. Where do you stand?
Benga, sincerely speaking, none of the factions has been truthful.
So there's a tough us.
Those who say they want to form coalition are not truthful to themselves. Those who say they don't want coalition are also not truthful to themselves. It's just a matter of interest. Let me start from those who said they don't want coalition. That is the governors' forum. They're not sincere to themselves. They're not sincere to the party. On Tuesday, precisely, I watched Politics Today on China's television. And where Okumbale was interacting with the governor of Oyo State. And after watching that interview, I called the governor of Oyo State, Sheyi Makinde, who's my friend. I said, listen, I heard what you said, but you know you didn't say the truth as regards to some issues. Fundamentally, you had said in 2023, one of the reasons why PDP lost is impunity. You are right. People who believe that they have all it takes and so refuse to respect the constitution of the party as regards to power sharing between the North and the South. You are right. And again, now you are also making the same mistake by the impunity of the governors' forum. You are repeating the same thing, that what happened in 2023 may likely happen in 2027. If you don't stop this impunity, it will affect the party. And how will it affect the party? Very clear. The Governors Forum is not an organ of the party. The Governors Forum is a pressure group that can put influence on the National Working Committee. You cannot take the functions of the National Working Committee and say because you are governor, you will now superintend. And this is what I've always told people, that look, he said, okay, what about when I was a governor? I agreed. I said because it happened yesterday does not mean that it may happen today. Or even if it happened yesterday, was it right? And in any case, there was never a time when I was a governor where governors came out to say, look, we have done this, we have done this, we have done that event should be acting secretary of the party. Never has it happened. Rather, we could influence what will happen in National Working Committee. And that is why we are a pressure group. Now, you don't have the authority to say that somebody should be acting as national secretary when there's a national secretary who has not resigned. You cannot do that. You don't have power to say, we have formed the committee of zoning. It is not within your prerogative to form zoning committee. And these are things that people like us will challenge any day, anytime. And when that happens, people now say, oh, why are they every time making problem? Now, the issue is, who is the one laying the foundation for crisis in the party? And I've told people, look, the best way to go about this is you go on that, put your influence, get the results, and then you move on. But to come back openly to say, look, we, the Governors Forum, we have met with the organs of the party. We have met with National Working Committee. Who are you to say that a national secretary of a party that was elected, he was not appointed? Yes, it was zoned to a particular area. And he was elected by the delegates at the National Convention. And so if there's anybody that would remove the national secretary of the party, it is through the National Convention. Assuming though not conceding that it is zoned to South-East. South-East can still not bring somebody. They can only say, okay, when we go for National Convention, this is the person we are going to back. It's not by appointment, it's by election. And when you challenge all these people, say, oh, you are making problem. And I told him, this is where people are getting it wrong. And it will not work, whether anybody likes it or not. And this is the thing that you do. Anambra election is coming up. Who will be the one that will sign to INEC? INEC only recognizes the national chairman and the national secretary for correspondence. And tomorrow you now say, oh, PDP is in trouble, where people don't want peace. No. Now, that is on their own part. On the other part of those who are looking for is selfish interest, the likes of Atiku and all other people. Which coalition with who? Why not come into the party? Everybody wants to be president of the country. Nobody wants to say, look, let me build our party, so that at the end of the day, our party will be in a formidable position as an opposition party to take over power. You don't do that. Only what you want is, let me find a way how I will be the one. If that does not happen, to attempt Israel, and you make the mistake yesterday, you want to repeat the mistake today, tomorrow you make the same mistake. And then you come out to say, we were rigged out. Who rigged you out? You have already rigged yourself by causing crisis. And this is what I've always said. Like, because people are not sincere to themselves. And people like me will not accept that. So the issue of coalition on these other people, they are not sincere. The issue of want to be alone, you're also not sincere. Because you have not shown that you want to be alone. You have not shown the seriousness that you want cohesion in the party.
Okay, Honorable Minister, let me ask you, let me take you back. APC, PDP, since 1999, we've known that a very strong component of this party, beyond being the interest group, is the Governors Forum. They have the war chests, they are very formidable, and you can now say, after serving your own term now, that this interest group, strong interest group, cannot
I have told you
make
this
same policy.
You see, you are part of the problem we're having. You don't say the right message. I didn't say Governors Forum are not strong. But by the constitution of the party, they are not organs of they are not any organ of the party. That you are a pressure group who can exert their influence. There's nothing hidden about that. But you don't come to take over the responsibility of the National Working Committee. Take, for example, how dare you come out on national television to say we the governors, set up zoning committee headed by one Doyedri. We have put convention to be held in Kanu. We have told the Deputy National Secretary to be acting as National Secretary.
Could it be that?
That is the principle to crisis. And you know you cannot do that.
Could it be that the governors were just trying to fill a void? Just like when you were governor too, several times.
You have never seen...
Several times you tried to fill the void.
You
I know that when Ali Modu Sharif was...
I was never chairman of Governors Forum. You have never seen us say, we have appointed this person. We have said this will happen. Nobody does that.
The Governors Forum of which were a part at that time.
Yes, I have never...
was instrumental in bringing Ali Modu Sharif.
Listen to what you have said. That being instrumental, having influence, that this is the result, does not mean that you come and take over. That you have decided. That's the point I'm trying to tell you.
That time you remove secondus.
You can listen to what you have said. I use influence to see that my candidate wins, but I cannot come out on national television to say I have directed the Deputy National Secretary to take over as National Secretary. I have said this. I have said the convention will be this. That's the point I'm trying to say. You don't do that. We are not saying you cannot exert influence. You have to differentiate. In any case, too, even if you want to exert influence, you must know that yesterday is not today. Today will not be tomorrow. The mere fact that certain things worked yesterday does not even factor mean that it will work today.
Yeah, would you accept, Your Excellency, that you already set that sort of precedent for them? Because you already admitted that the fact that it happened yesterday does not mean that it should now happen today or it should continue like that.
Yep.
So don't you think that it's a bit hypocritical to say it
happened,
okay, we did it in my time, or you cannot do this?
I take for example, there are things that happened yesterday. Nobody may want to question. There are things that will happen today. Somebody said no. We will question it. The mere fact that nobody questioned it yesterday does not mean it was right. And I've always said this, that you have to be careful. Circumstances change. Yesterday is yesterday. Today is today. You may not be lucky. And that's why you see, when people say, after all, when you were there yesterday, you did this. I agree. That was yesterday. Today, circumstances may have changed. That you cannot say, we did it like yesterday. We will continue to do it like that. No, that's the point I'm trying to make. You have to be very, very careful. You need unity. Right. But when there's no unity, you cannot achieve it. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Sir, you have mentioned the issue of unity. And yes. Your colleagues, former colleagues, the governors made this proclamation. You have faulted it. Now, where do you stand in terms of your own activities within the party? How are you trying to build it now that this, back and forth has started?
Now listen, and if you want what he said when Governor WIKE was governor, he brought out his chest. He fought for the party. He made the party not to die. Mention one governor today. And PDP, mention one. That said, I have come out. I will lead this war as the head of opposition.
Your friend Bala Mohammed is...
Please, we are talking about serious issues. Now, mention one. Remember, under 2019, or before 2019, APC tried to muscle the PDP. And some of us said, no, you cannot. They penetrated the party, tried to use a money sheriff. We said, no, we will not accept it. By funding, by everything. Today, how many governors will say, I'm the one funding this party, I'm the one paying their salaries? It's not by just mere talking. Today, in 2019, I said I was not going to defeat her. I'm going to be in opposition. I'm going to stand for opposition. Today, how many governors you see that don't go to the village in the night?
In the night?
In the night. You see, it's not, you see, you don't give what you don't have.
Excellency, they say they go to the villa by night with your support, and that's why people like Governor Omoeno of Akwa Ibom State has endorsed President Tinubu for a second term, and the local government chairman in the PDP in Abuja here, Abuja Municipal Area Council, has defected to the APC. That all of these are factors being put by you to weaken the PDP.
No, what does it show?
Move and dissolve it to APC.
It shows no leadership, no strong leadership. Leadership is not by talking. Leadership is by action. When I was governor, you have to make sacrifices. I made sacrifices, and I can tell you authoritatively, it is not an easy thing. For you to say, I want to lead the opposition party, to go to Edarodo, it's not by mouth. You have to lose a lot of things. It's not just coming out on national television. We, PDP, who are we, PDP? Who is that person that's committed to lead this war? Now, all you see, everybody is putting himself just to be a presidential candidate, not just to win election. You have said no. Governor of Akwa Ibom, that's what you say. You said so. That he has endorsed the president. A key state endorsed president. Not only Eno. You saw the governor of Delta State. He said, I am supporting Mr. President for good governance, not for politics. A key state. So where's the opposition?
So is it